Yo, YouTube, what it do, gang? It's your boy Fly Guy TV, man. We are back with another one. I don't know if y'all remember that man Salt Bay, man. He was going viral doing some weird salt tricks. I don't really see how he went viral for that, but he went viral for it. And he disappeared. So I just came across a video that said Salt Bay finally lost everything. So without no further ado, let's go ahead and get off into this. Let's see what they're talking about. What happened to Salt Bay?
Salt Bay went from being one of the biggest internet memes and having every A-list celebrity come to his restaurants to setting his own customers on
Why was he just looking at that nigga like that, though? That was a little zesty.
fire, invading the pitch during the World Cup final, being sued by his own employees for stealing tips, having to shut down all his restaurants because they're completely empty, and most recently, being literally kicked out of a Champions League final. Absolutely embarrassing. So how did Salt Bay go from sprinkling salt on gold steaks to shutting down every single one of his restaurants? We've got a lot to cover today, so let's get straight into it. So Salt Bay got rejected from the Champions League final. He wasn't invited, he wasn't welcome, but he pulled up anyway, suited up like he was about to walk a runway and not get booted by security. Now normally Salt Bay weasels his way into big events, does a little salt sprinkle in front of celebrities.
I wonder if that gold shit is really good. That looked crazy. I don't know about gold on my steak, man. That looked crazy.
And bounces, but this time people were done. Security saw him coming and said nope, not today.
Sell to your customers anywhere with Shopify, the commerce platform designed for entrepreneurs. Online, on social, in person.
Fans online celebrated the security team like they scored the winning goal. The embarrassment was next level. Salt Bay tried to play it off by sticking around, signing random autographs like yeah, I'm supposed to be here, all while being slowly backed into irrelevance like a bad street magician. And then here comes the denial. He hopped on social media claiming, I wasn't kicked out, I was just passing by. Bro, you were in a full tux, wearing sunglasses at night. What are you passing by? A fashion show on a rooftop? Nobody believes you were walking your meat-scented self down the street and accidentally wandered into the UEFA after party. Let's be real. Now, if this was an isolated L, that's one thing, but Salt Bay's entire brand has been spiraling for years, and it's finally catching up. Remember when he awkwardly forced his way onto the World Cup pitch in 2022? Argentina had just won, the team was crying, hugging, celebrating history, and suddenly Salt Bay appears like an uninvited uncle at a wedding. He grabs Messi, physically yanks his arm, and tries to force a selfie. Then, in a moment of pure meme level cringe, he grabs the actual World Cup trophy, holds it up like he won the thing, and poses for pictures like he's a 12th man. FIFA was so mad they launched an investigation and banned him from future events. And that was the moment the internet turned. Salt Bay wasn't cool anymore. He was corny, he was desperate, he went from viral sensation to walking red flag. And the worst part is, you know his excuse? Oh sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know you're not allowed to run onto the pitch of the biggest sporting event that is watched by billions of people that only happens once every 4 years? Sure buddy.
Why did you go onto the World Cup pitch after the final, touch the World Cup and kiss the World Cup? What were you thinking?
You know, I love Argentina, I love football. And this is the accident. Before I don't know the rules. Now I know the rules. Next World Cup, I never touch the World Cup. I go to, of course, stadium, see the match, but I never touch again.
While Salt Bay's ego skyrocketed, his restaurants not so much. Let's talk numbers. His flagship London steakhouse saw profits drop by nearly 50%. Reviews are brutal, overpriced, all flash no flavour. One guy paid £600 for a gold steak and left hungrier than he came in. and now they're offering £39 lunch specials just to fill their empty tables. In Boston, his restaurant was shut down for violating safety regulations, New York closed, Miami in scandal, even in Dubai, where his brand was royalty, his reputation has soured. One food reviewer pulled up and said, "Service, great, but we were literally the only people in the restaurant." From sold out reservations to ghost town with Wi-Fi. This is what ego-fueled branding looks like when the hype dies. Salt Bay's biggest crime isn't being cringy, it's being greedy. The man once posted a photo of a customer's bill totaling $140,000, like it was some kind of flex. The receipt had gold-covered tomahawks, overpriced wine, and a tip that could fund a student.
That's crazy. $100,000 dinner? Hey, I gotta get right. I'm just saying, $100,000 dinner? $100,000 dinner. Niggas eating gold steaks and shit. What the fuck?
Entire college tuition. And the worst part, the food isn't even good. Gold leaf is just a shiny paper. It doesn't taste like anything. You can buy it on Amazon for $10. Yet Salt Bay charges thousands just to wrap his mediocrity in bling and call it luxury. People started realizing, wait, this man is literally just scamming rich people who want Instagram clout. But eventually, even rich people get tired of being clowned. Behind the scenes, things are even darker. Several former employees accused Salt Bay of skimming 3% of their tips, firing them when they confronted him, and running his restaurants like a dictatorship. One lawsuit compared him to Tony Montana. Yes, that Tony Montana. He allegedly controlled staff passports, humiliated workers, and ignored labor laws like they were seasoning and
It's all bad. Who would have thought, man?
instructions. In one case, 4 employees were fired after confronting him about stolen tips and sued him for wrongful termination. They described him as a dictator boss with a god complex. He wasn't running restaurants, he was running a steak cult. And when you thought it couldn't get worse, at his Istanbul location, during one of those dramatic tableside fire shows, the stunt went horribly wrong. Flames erupted, 4 customers were literally set on fire, one Russian model suffered 3rd-degree burns on over 35% of her body. And how did Salt Bay's team handle it? Destroy the security footage, no apology, no compensation, just sweep it under the rug and hope people forget. Bro, you turned your steakhouse into the Final Destination crossover, and then acted like it was business as usual. But wait, there's more. Salt Bay served gold-covered steaks to Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro during a food crisis. While millions of citizens were starving and eating once a day, Maduro was being hand-fed $1,000 steaks by Salt Bay like a Bond villain or on vacation. People were furious, protests erupted, his Miami restaurant got surrounded by demonstrators. Salt Bay, well, he was silent. And let's not forget his Fidel Castro tribute post, just before opening a restaurant in Miami, which has one of the largest Cuban exiled communities in the world. Like, bro, Google is free, how are you this tone deaf? Also, Salt Bay once called the police on a customer who didn't want to pay $1,000 for a gold steak they didn't even order. A guy visited Salt's Miami spot with friends, got served the gold version while asking for it, tried to dispute it, and they called the cops. He ended up paying the bill and exposing the whole mess online. How are you charging people for the wrong order and then threatening them with jail? This isn't fine dining, this is a culinary scam artistry. Now, Salt Bay's brand is in free fall. His follower growth has slowed to the lowest rate since 2017.
That's crazy work.
His engagement is down over 70%. He's getting roasted in every comment section. His restaurants are bleeding money. His reputation's a punchline. And now, he's the meme that doesn't even know it's not a meme anymore. He still posts like he's the king of luxury, still dances with gold knives, still tries to look profound, standing on cliffs, but the illusion is gone. No one's clapping, no one's impressed. We all moved on. Salt Bay didn't fall off overnight. He spiraled slowly, drip by drip, steak by steak, from cringy cameos to lawsuits, from overpriced beef to burnt out brands. He was never just a chef, he was a performance, a character, a meme with a restaurant budget. But when the performance stopped being funny and the prices stopped making sense and the scandals piled up, you realize there's nothing under the gold. The salt has lost its flavor. And if Salt Bay doesn't change, really change, he won't be remembered as a culinary innovator. He'll be remembered as the just a guy who sprinkled his way into history and couldn't stop until he crumbled. So yeah, that's the rise and fall of Salt Bae, a man who could have been a beloved chef and restaurant mogul, but chose to become a living meme with a god complex. He could have turned his meme virality into just opening normal restaurants that sell normal food, but no, he decided.
If y'all niggas ever been fed some meat by that nigga, y'all gay as hell. What the fuck he had going on with that shit? That shit is crazy, brother. I don't know. But, uh-oh. What the fuck is this? What is this?
Use AI to create your logo with Design.com. Start by visiting the Design.com website.
So the last time we caught up with ADAM22, he was on the verge of losing everything regarding his No Jumper brand, coming forward publicly to announce that he had been burning through money like crazy and was no longer turning a profit from this venture.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke.
Basically, Adam says here that no one cares about the brand anymore, and it became increasingly difficult to monetize No Jumper in general. He also cites a lawsuit from a former employee, as well as a very high commercial loan bill from this multi-million-dollar office that he had purchased back when the money was flowing in nicely a couple of years ago.
It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years, and it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret. So I know what you're thinking, what can you do to help?
So his plan was for his supporters to buy a subscription to his YouTube channel, and one of these tiers was actually $100 a month, where Adam claims you would be getting a producer credit at the end of each video for signing up, which I guess no one did because 2 months later not one video I've seen lists a single person in the credits.
You hit the link down in the description and sign up. Appreciate y'all.
And now it seems like things have only gotten worse for Adam. And you know what they say, desperate times call for desperate measures. The guy had already shilled himself out to a crypto shitcoin that he dubbed the cuck coin.
They're not going to ADAM22 for their financial advice?
They know about lean. They know about yerkies. They know about probably gooning out, beating their meat for hours at a time. I don't think that they are crypto spectators.
And now he's going back into his old bag of tricks, and is once again going to be selling off his wife to keep his finances afloat. Obviously, before we had the situation with Jason Love 2 years ago.
Do you think that you f***ed her better than Adam did?
Well, obviously, yes.
And then last year we had the reality show that Adam spent all this money to produce, where he handpicked the man to go deep with his girl.
After everything that we've seen today, we've finally come to a decision, and the person who's gonna my wife is Lil D.
Nigga, stop playing with me!
And when shock value is all you have left, and you run the same play over and over again, eventually do people really care? Is this really going to break the internet like it did before? I already predicted years ago that these decisions would ruin Adam's reputation online.
Crazy.
It was like no matter what he does, he will always be the guy who got cucked for cash. The guy who gave his wife away. You know, in business, there is something called the law of diminishing returns, and I think that Adam is about to take yet another crash course in economics. And so this tweet is actually where I found out about this entire fiasco. I thought I was having a bit of deja vu because this account tweets out, Jason Love piping out ADAM22's wife on a yacht. They put a nice little visual image up there, which I will not be showing you guys today. But Adam replies to that and says, so proud of my baby going out and paying the bills while I get my finances together. So it's beyond clear that the No Jumper brand is still down bad. I guess no one's been out here signing up for that weak ass subscription. Either way, his girl replies, oh hey, it's me. To which Adam says, hi boo, how you feeling? After taking that 10-incher. And then the funniest part is that this was all really just for promo. The video obviously wasn't going viral, no one really gave a shit about the situation. And so Adam pretty much had to pull out the cuck act so they could try and sell this tape. And she doesn't even reply to this, to which someone says, no reply, she's sucking Jason's balls. And then that is just a current view of ADAM22 at this moment. Possibly once again playing poker while his wife is getting piped out. This account also tweeted about the situation, to which Adam replied, we gotta think about the family business, and sometimes the family business requires a large man. Which is obviously a fucking disgusting way to talk about the mother of your children. Like, I get if you guys don't have respect for yourselves or have respect for each other, but as you guys know, they had brought a kid into the world, and that's always been my main discrepancy with this, because there's a ton of guys out there who like to see their wife get down with other men. Personally, I think that type of thing is disgusting, but to each their own. I think people should have free will in their relationships. But when you bring a child into the picture and you're posting her on Instagram and all these different things, something about it just becomes deeply immoral to me. But hey, I guess what can I expect? I'm pretty sure they were still shooting content while this woman was pregnant.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you one last thing before I get off this, is that if my next child comes out African American, I'm going to love him or her and raise them like my own, because that's how woke I am, brother.
It do hit different when your child finna come out black.
Hey, it's roll the dice. We don't know how it's gonna go.
And
Heat Press Nation is America's #1 retailer.
That boy's
Shop
so
a
weird,
wide selection
boy.
of equipment from top brands like HPN, Stalls, Epson.
And this type of thing is exactly why I'm saying it's so messed up. You know, his wife shares a little picture here on the Snapchat story, okay? We all know what this is alluding to. And then on the very next slide, it looks like they're spending some family time at Disneyland. Like, yes, I suppose I applaud them for doing the bare minimum at this point and at least blocking out the kid's face. Because in the past, this was something I had a serious problem with, because you'd go on Adam's Instagram story, and it would be like a picture of him holding his wife and another P-star on the other arm. And then the very next slide would be him playing with his kid. Like, it was just some weird shit to do. And obviously other people have pointed this out to Adam. In the reply to this tweet, this guy says, "Your daughter is going to need therapy when she gets older. Everything you guys do is on the internet. You think she won't find out? All because your love for money is stronger than your love for her." And I guess that one hit Adam a little bit too close to home, because he would end up blocking this guy. But obviously him and his wife do not care. She says, "I needed the round 2. And here's another marketing tactic that these OF dots love to do, is basically to go in the comments of already viral tweets and say something like this: "What about me and Jason Love? Our video is out now." It's actually my opinion that they pay these type of accounts to post these tweets that they know are gonna go somewhat viral, like this one got 1 million views. And then I think they throw these accounts like $20 to make these type of comments, so these various degenerates on Twitter will pour in and purchase their content. I saw her doing this over and over again, and the tweet can be completely non-sexual, like this one: "Every Maker's Mark bottle is dipped into melted red wax by a distillery employee." And she replies, "Jason Love dipped something else into me for our new video." GTA 6 didn't fail to let us down with this. My new video with Jason Love won't let you down. And she's been doing this marketing tactic for weeks on end, okay?
That's
it's obvious
sad.
the video is
That
likely
shit
not
crazy.
selling like they thought it would. I mean, honestly, guys, if you're out there paying for corn, something that is readily available for free all over the internet, I honestly just think you're kind of a fucking idiot, like you're a little bit too lost in the sauce. But either way, she just continues with post after post after post. They even attempted to remake the viral meme.
Guess what I'm shooting with today, guys? I guess it's not finally happening, but it's happening again.
Nah, man, Captain Love out here driving the girl on the private yacht, shooting this type of scene from day to night, is just diabolical levels of being down bad. And you might be wondering, well, Jamari, how do you know they were filming for hours on end? I mean, just watch this, the proof is in the pudding.
This is me before Jason Love. And after. Good scene.
I mean, I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark here and estimate that Adam has never put a smile on her face like this. I mean, she's out here smiling ear to ear. She was out here waiting for this moment for the last 2 years, okay? Adam was on the phone like, "Yo, I thought the scene was done 2 hours ago." I mean, honestly, when your girl comes home from getting piped out like this, like, how do you look her in the eyes and say, "Oh, did you have a good day at work today?" I mean, I think you got the answer. It's written all over her face. And then just once again, Adam leaning into the embarrassment arc. Announcement: I'm the latest brand ambassador for iconic Swedish furniture designer Kuck Chairs. I couldn't be more excited about this partnership for something I'm so deeply passionate about.
I have partnered up with iconic Swedish chair designer QUQ to create the most ergonomically beautiful and supportive chairs for the bedroom.
Like, honestly, how does this type of partnership even come about? Like, does this company think that this guy's fellow cucks are gonna think, "Oh, that's the chair that Adam loves to sit in, it's good enough for him? Well, I'm gonna be ordering that shit."
These chairs are built with purpose, from the ground up. As a spectator, you have the perfect view at all times.
Nah, calling yourself a spectator like you're watching a baseball, a football, a basketball game, while you're watching your girl get laid out, okay, she's spread eagle, is some nasty work. What's next? Is he gonna have some popcorn with him? Is he gonna have some sody pop?
And through thoughtful and meticulous design, the chair allows the perfect amount of freedom for your wrists and hands, providing an extreme level of comfort that has not been achieved before.
Whole time, this 50-year-old man looks like he's reading a book report in front of the class.
Our chairs are crafted from authentic Hawaiian koa wood, harmoniously paired with an ultra-soft and sensual mohair upholstery that will leave you ready for an encore.
Oh, we know your girl got the encore, man. She was waiting 2 years for that shit.
Some of my personal favorites include the perched owl position, as well as the thinker.
And it's amazing to me that Adam still makes jokes like this. Like, he really thinks that there is still some people
sad.
out there, like,
This
laughing
is sad.
with him. When really, in reality, everyone is just pointing at him, laughing at the show.
That's what inspired me to follow through, and I couldn't be more excited to be a part of something I am deeply passionate about.
UDTF?
What the fuck?
Same.
Oh, my shirt.
You too
He
can
said,
DTF
yeah.
yourself for direct.
Our chairs are limited and made to order.
And honestly, I almost thought that this was like some sort of late April Fool's joke, but apparently it's not. These things are actually for sale. As you guys can see, the one that Adam was sitting in right there is going to run you $350 Canadian money. I mean, honestly, that shit looks like something you could get from IKEA for 10 bucks. I mean, guys, having the beverage and the tissues and the moisturizing lotion with you while you watch this close to the bed, where you're kind of like in the
It's
splash zone,
crazy.
it's just fucking insane. And I already can see some people down in the comments saying, oh, you're indirectly promoting this, you're trying to help out Adam. Like, guys, you have free will. If you want to go and spend your hard-earned 869 Canadian dollars on this bullshit, you guys can be my guest to do so. I'm just gonna say it right now. I think you might be lacking some brain cells. It's either that or watching too much corn has totally corrupted your mind. But either way, I want to know what you guys think about this entire situation. You know, I know Adam tries to make this entire thing seem like one big joke, but I do think the money is coming in a lot slower than it was a couple of years back. No Jumper as a brand has obviously fallen off. At one time, I would say that it was like, I don't know, almost like a hip-hop bar stool, but ever since Adam went down this path, obviously he's the face of the entire thing, and pretty much no one respects him at this point. And then when you also add in the fact that his girl is also aging, a lot of the novelty from the nasty things they do seems to have worn off. I mean, how many people are going to continue paying for this like month after month after month before they finally wise up and realize a lot of this shit is likely available for free online? Or maybe those professional gooners just move on to the next younger, newer model. I mean, it's just bound to happen. Like, even if you're Rookie of the Year, you can't go on and play forever. Like, eventually some new person comes along and they take the spotlight. But yeah, y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. It will never really cease to amaze me that Adam kind of built up this reputation online. He had built up this brand that a lot of people thought was pretty cool. They thought he was doing something different than everyone else, and then he really just tarnished the entire thing to be kind of like a living meme. Like, I think when people see Adam's face, the first word that they would think is cuck. But hey, I guess he's more than proud to give himself that label. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing, but as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other internet degeneracy out here needs to be covered.
Well, what the fuck? Adam, what the fuck you got going on, gang? It's a wrap, bro. It is officially a wrap. That shit is sad. I'm just gonna go ahead and spark this blunt for you, my boy, before we go. Here, man. Because you need this, Adam. Go ahead, that. You big stupid. Anyway, man, it's Fly Guy TV, man. As y'all can see, this weird-ass nigga ADAM22 is going out bad again, bro. I don't know how many times you finna let another nigga smack your wife on camera, bro. That shit is wild, Magnolia. Never understand that one. But that ain't for me to understand. You got to go through that. So go ahead and hold that L, that Jason L. And until the next video, y'all. It's Fly Guy with Fly Guy TV. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead, drop a comment down below, hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell so you get notified every time I drop. Until the next video.